The seventh principle of management is remuneration of employees. According to this principle, overall pay and compensation should be fair to both employees and organization. The remuneration should be just and fair to everybody. Employees should be paid fair wages, which should give them at least a reasonable standard of living. At the same time, it should be within the paying capacity of the company. It will ensure better atmosphere and good relation between workers and management. For example, if a company has earned higher profits, then it must share some of its part with the employees in the form of bonus, which would be very satisfying to them. What are the advantages? High level of motivation will be there, and there will be better relation between management and the employees. Improvement in commitment of employees towards the organization will be there. What are the disadvantages? Number one, lack of motivation among the employees will be there. Number two, unhealthy relations between employees and the management will be there. And there will be increase in labor turnover. Next principle, centralization and decentralization. When the concentration of decision-making authority is with the top management, it is called decentralization. And when the decision-making is dispersed among more than one person, it is called decentralization. According to this principle, there should be a balance between centralization and decentralization in the organization. The degree of centralization will depend upon the circumstances in which the company is working. Large organizations will have more decentralization than small organizations. Too much centralization leads to delay in work, and complete decentralization leads to loss of control of top management. So, there must be a balance between centralization and decentralization. Example, panchayats in our country has been given more powers to decide and spend funds granted to them by the government for the welfare of the villages. This is decentralization at the national level. What are the advantages of this principle? Number one, it leads to quick decisions at middle and operational levels. Number two, it decreases workload of superiors. And number three, it increases the encouragement and motivation level of the subordinates. What are the consequences of violation? Number one, slow decision making in case of complete centralization. And number two, risk of misuse of authority in case of complete decentralization.